Yeah, the chief guest, represented by the manager, patents and industrial design, Uganda Registration Services Bureau, the STI Secretariat, members of parliament in absentia, the resident district commissioner, the chair and members of the University Council, the vice chancellor and top management, the board of CITT, and the Mast Holdings Company Limited, other vice chancellors present, representatives of sister institutions, CITT leadership, chief executive officers and managers of companies who are invited, staff and students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I greet you all and bring warm greetings from the Center for Innovation and Technology Transfer. This is the day the Lord has made, and we shall be glad and rejoice in it. I add my voice to welcome all of you to witness these two important deliverables at MAST after 2 full years of working hard to realize them. Launching the Mast Holdings Company and the Technology Innovation Support Center at the same time is not a mean achievement for MAST. We need to appreciate the Almighty God for that. Our chief guest, ladies and gentlemen, I heartily appreciate the chief guest for honoring this invitation and also for the long-term partnership that URSB has had with us in registering our businesses and intellectual property at MAST. The Center for Innovation and Technology Transfer is the overall center that coordinates, nurtures, inspires, and instills the spirit of innovation and technology transfer in the university. And it is mandated by the University Council as the mandate that was given to us in 2018 in February at the 67th sitting of the University Council. And from there, we've been taking up the mandate to ensure that MAST is not the same. And dear Chief Guest, Council Chairperson, Vice Chancellor, Deputy Vice Chancellors and members, I'm glad to note that in Uganda, we are the only institutionalized center for innovation and technology transfer. Actually, we are the second in the East African community when you consider Dar es Salaam University. And the other one in the region, in Ethiopia, is the Ethiopian University of Science and Technology. So we have seen quite a number of milestones where we are now looking at more universities coming here to benchmark how we do our innovation ecosystem. And we appreciate the Almighty God for that. The center currently coordinates 9 innovation hubs, and they have been mentioned by the PRO, and in the interest of time, I will not repeat them, but I want to recognize their presence here. Camtech Uganda, from Biotrack, Software Incubation Unit, among others. We appreciate your coming. Today, we are launching 2 main outputs of CITT. Madam PRO, I don't know whether members have my speech, but I had some copies to the chief guest, the vice chancellor, and the top executive. At MAST, you can check and dispute it around. Today, we are launching 2 main outputs of CITT, namely the Mast Holdings Company Limited and the Technology and Innovation Support Center, TISC. The Mast Holdings Company is the business arm of the Medard University of Science and Technology, and the university embarked on this process 2 years ago, and it was finally registered and incorporated in July 2024. Chief guest, I appreciate the hand of the Almighty God, the University Council, the Vice Chancellor, and members of top management, without forgetting our esteemed board of CITT, led by Professor Nixon Kamukama, for envisioning well and delivering this success during our time. It is important to note that the universities around the world, particularly the public ones, were not designed as public business entities. And therefore, it is paramount that we apply innovative techniques that can provide a competitive advantage and financial sustainability for universities to thrive. The changing landscape, combined with the recurrent budget cuts from the government, continue to frustrate the innovations operations in universities. This necessitates thinking outside the box on alternative sources of income, and such a model of having a must holdings is ideal. It brings the opportunity to must to engage in sustainable businesses and commercialize her products and services. And as a result, the must holdings emerges as a timely solution, serving the must's commercial arm, leveraging on our wealth of knowledge that we can translate into a knowledge economy. The company will therefore support commercial and business ventures of the university and optimize resources for revenue generation. The company will link and commercialize innovation products to the market. And through the company, we are opening gates to the innovators, the industry, and other interested parties, other universities in the region, to come and jointly implement this model as subsidiary companies. This will further facilitate a long-lasting relationship that MUST has had with the outside world, especially the industry, to facilitate more of graduate employability. Chairperson, University Council, and Chief Guest, Vice Chancellor, and members, a lot of progress has been registered. The launch of the CITT TISC at MUST by URSB and WIPO demonstrates a great capacity of CITT and MUST to continuously blossom the nurturing, coordination, management of innovation ecosystem at MUST and beyond. This establishment will build the capacity of innovators and researchers to access key resources, get trainings in intellectual property, and be able to register their intellectual property, including patents, that if we facilitate this process well, we can be visible in 157 countries globally. This is a big milestone in the life of MUST. Since the inception of the Research and Innovation Fund, the Center has demonstrated innovation potential, and a number of innovators have been supported. As of October 15th, 2024, 36 innovation teams received the Research and Innovation Seed Grants. Chief Guest, top leadership of MUST, today we have called those teams to demonstrate and exhibit to us the potential and the value for money that we have invested over time. Particularly the financial year 2023-2024, CITT trained a total of 108 students. 57 last financial year, 15 teams were supported, and 4 of these teams are female. So we are also paying attention to the gender dynamics in our innovation ecosystem in order to promote STEM. Chief Guest, Chairperson, University Council, and Vice Chancellor and members, CITT has enabled MUST to win innovation challenges at national and international levels. E.g., Mbarara University has been the consecutive grand winners of the Ayute Youth Challenge 2023 and 2024. And our teams, both the Smart Cuckoo Brooder team and the Solar Egg Incubator team, won the grand prizes. And we have also on 2 occasions won the health prize at the national level, with our team being flagged the antiseptic wound spray. The university has registered a total of 12 intellectual properties, and 2 are international patents. And we thank God for that. In 2024, this year, 5 intellectual properties were filed with Uganda Registration Services Bureau, and 2 of our products have been notified by Uganda National Drug Authority. CITT has embarked on strategic partnerships and collaborations, and these will create synergies within university, Medard University, but also Uganda and the outside world. We have implemented an annual arrangement of fellowship program with Engineers Without Borders under the Canada-Africa Fellowship Program, which will run every year. And this year alone, we had 7 Canadian students who came and visited MUST, who were twinned with our 7 students. And they have been working on projects relating to solar energy, biogas, and animal health. We have also signed a number of agreements or memorandum of understanding with Uganda Industrial Research Institute, the Directorate of Industrial Training, Startup Africa, Howest University in Belgium, National Agricultural Research Organization, and now the relationship that we formalize today of Uganda Registration Services Bureau. We also have a request, which is in pipeline, to work with the World Food Programme in implementing the self-reliance model among the refugee communities in Southwestern region. We have also received a partnership request from Belgium innovators and Nairobi breweries in establishing an industrial technology competence unit under the Center for Innovation and Technology Transfer. We therefore look forward to more strategic partnerships as we promote the innovation ecosystem at MUST. Chief guest, Chair Council, Vice Chancellor, and dignitaries present, we have established this year an innovation lab, or what we call the CITT Innovation Co-Creation Space. And I would like to recognize the support received from Valois, Belgian government, through a project which is led by Professor Charles Tushabo Mwekazova, our Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Finance and Administration, which has equipped the lab with modern state-of-art equipment that is worth 300 million Uganda shillings. And this lab is already operational with high-tech equipment like 3D printers, 3D scanners, the laser cutters, a proto cutter, heat molder, foam cutter, studio equipment, podcast equipment, and a video conferencing facility, which now takes us to the international map. And the innovation space is open to all the innovators and industry to harness their potential. CITT is now focusing on flagging key innovation outputs as guided by the Vice Chancellor. And we appreciate for your counsel, Madam Vice Chancellor, that we focus on key strategic innovations and look for funding to support them. For instance, we are working with outstanding innovations such as the MRI, the magnetic resonance imaging, that will replace or create more affordability to the current MRI on the market and CT scan by reducing the cost 4 times, but also which can be located in rural settings, as you know, the challenges of power in our current Uganda. So this is an innovation that ought to be supported. We have also developed a 3-in-1, or the first of its kind, an organic NPK fertilizer at MUST. We have also pushed forward the cervical cancer detection microscope, the RS stroke detection device, and our own homemade students' academic management system. But there are also many innovations like Mama Monitor that is creating a solution for preeclampsia among pregnant women. And these innovations are potential outlets for MUST to impact society and transform our society. Madam Vice Chancellor, Chairperson Council, and members present, we have established our own management academic management system that is yet to be launched and rolled out in December this year. It is called SIMS, and the innovators are here. They will be displaying how it works. But we are now migrating data to ensure that we have a clear process of having our own homemade academic management system, so that we reduce a lot of cost, but also the risk of having someone else managing our own information. And we want to appreciate the work done by the Office of the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic Affairs, who has been facilitating this process to happen and to come to life. Thank you so much, Professor Nixon Kamkama. We can clap for him. The critical challenges that we have staffing challenges. We have 6 unfulfilled positions in the structure. We lack internet for the innovation co-creation space. We have limited funding, and we look forward to increasing this funding to around 20 billion. If we can get 20 billion to the innovation space, I am sure that in the next 5 years, we should see a lot of difference happening here. Chief guest, since you are at the helm of registration of our companies and intellectual property, we still have a challenge of non-compliance of some innovators and hubs to recognize MUST as the applicant in the registration process. This makes MUST lose a lot of intellectual property. Therefore, we are working closely to see how best we can facilitate the application process so that MUST doesn't lose out, but also we protect the integrity of our innovators. Because innovators, I think, have not been made aware that when you lean on a giant as an applicant, you have more potentiality of commercializing your intellectual property. You can register an intellectual property, but commercializing it is another hassle. So you can do better if you have a university that you're leaning on. It can even help you to license these intellectual properties. I'm very grateful to all the companies and organizations and institutions that have responded to the invitations. You have allowed MUST to go to the industry, and you have also allowed the industry to come to MUST. This event is paramount in accelerating the commercialization element of our innovations and inventions, hence enhancing our ability to respond to societal transformation. Your presence today is a testament that your passion and commitment to the next generation of reliable professionals is key to our progress. MUST will continue to facilitate most of these. And the plans ahead for CITT, as I conclude, we are looking at resource mobilization. If Chief Guest and Council can allow us and help us to facilitate at least the acquisition of 20 billion from the government of Uganda, that will be a big push to our innovation ecosystem. We are looking forward to fully operationalization of the MUST Holdings Company, continued pursuance of strategic partnerships, finalizing the review of the intellectual property policy, and we are targeting that each year we can register at least 10 intellectual property in the names of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. I heartily appreciate you and your efforts, the council and top management, for facilitating more innovation outputs to build a knowledge economy. I appreciate the good role played by the legal office, and I want to recognize our senior legal officer, who has always worked with us to facilitate most of these processes. Ultimately, I applaud you all for coming and for the exhibitors for making it happen. Succeed, we must. Thank you.